Assalamualaikum dear students, hope all of you fine. Welcome to NIPS Home School. This is Jalil Sultan, an assistant teacher on behalf of National Ideal English Version School. Today I am going to take ICT class for class 7. So dear learners, our today's topic chapter 1 lesson 4 and 5 reading done. Okay, and our today's lecture number is 3. Now let's start our class. Now I will starting from lesson 4. So lesson 4 is information and communication technology at our workplace. Information and communication technology at our workplace. If it is such an advanced step of information technology to run the office without paper, what will be the next step? So perhaps you have already guessed that we will successfully be able to do the official works without going to office. So if we do all the works with the computer and if they are connected through a network, does it matter if we work sitting in office or laying in bed at home? It does not make any difference, and that is the new concept of an office. In 1983 it was extensively discussed, and in 1994 an office of this concept started working. So here is it was extensively discussed and 1994 concept started working. So those who are the employee do not physically go to the office but successfully conduct the office work. Office of this nature is called virtual office. So those who are, this is a virtual office. This is the concept of virtual office. So all the office cannot be turned into virtual offices, but not those that can be transformed are sure to be benefited in many ways. Firstly, what is first? First, they need not to build any multi-story building for office setup. They need not reach the office building every day and bear the traffic jams. This is called as virtual office, and they can simultaneously do the house and the office work. In the conventional offices, that means regular offices, employees work for a certain time, but in virtual office it is possible to continue work after the scheduled time. So the bulk of work in virtual office can easily be larger than that of the conventional offices. Then we also say the regular offices. The amazing facilities of a virtual office are yet to describe. Those who work at a conventional office have to remain closer, as the employee of a virtual office need not to be present physically. They can stay anywhere. So the employees of an office may live in different cities. Many offices run in this way. So the earth moves round on its axis. This is why when it is day in one hemisphere, at its night in the other hemisphere. So then the people of half of the earth sleep, the people of another half of work is vice versa. So thus work goes on for 24 hours. Now we frequently hear about call center, and initiatives are taken to set up call centers in our country. So there are various types of call centers, and their nature of work is different too. Suppose that somebody has purchased a computer that is not functioning well. That person may phone to the company authority to get the correct instructions on troubleshooting. It seems to them that the person answering their queries is distant. Perhaps the phone calls has gone to remote call center is another part of the world. The people present, they know well the answer of that person wants to know. Thus the problems are solved, and that person themselves become satisfied as well. Nowadays the new generation do not refer to the work 10 to 5 p.m. in the office. They would rather work freely staying at home. Then the periphery of their work remains confined neither to their own city nor to their country, but the whole world becomes their work field. They not only enjoy their job but also earn a lot. Only a personal computer and an internet connection are required for having all the facilities. So most important here this line. So if you do the virtual office, then you must need to the computer and internet connection are required. The all facilities and all the works for the all works, but it is true that they should be skilled in computer programming. So it is true that it should be skilled in computer programming. So you can understand that employees of an office need not assembled together to work as a cohesive unit. So do you know that the people who wrote the book you are reading did not confer together, but completed the whole task just by sitting at home. Now lesson 5 is also here is ICT at workplace. Certainly you know that Bangladesh is now making large marine vessels and exporting in different countries. Many big rivers flow through the beautiful country. The people of the country are brought up in the midst of rivers, canals, marshes and seas. So it is not surprising that one day they will make marine vessels. So by cutting large sheets of metals into particular size and shapes and welding them together, largely vessels are made. Perhaps you have watched the act of welding at roadside sheds. If anybody directly looks at the sparks, they will certainly damage their eyes. So those who do the welding work or a particular types of glass, a tremendous heat is created and tiny pieces of metal scattered around when welding work is done. So will it not be good if this risky job is done by robots and not by people? So here is the picture. This picture shows that industrial robot is now doing the dangerous mechanical works. So you will be happy knowing that people are shifting the responsibilities of risky job to robots. Then people become tired to doing the same job day after day. So it is monotonous. So and they do not like to do it either, but robots do not get tired of working. So robots do not get tired of working. They do not even complain about the monotonous job. So people have no longer been working as laborers in big industries and of the world. The robots do the heavy work and the people only monitor, and they can skillfully get the risky jobs done, and with more time machines will do heavy jobs instead of humans by using ICT. So many accidents occur in our country every day, but it is predicted that accidents will come to stop after a few decades, since people will no longer drive vehicles. So in the future, information based device will control. So in future, information based device control movement of vehicles, through it is yet to be used in road transport. So it is already being used in air traffic. It is used, and when big aircraft fly in the sky, the pilots do not have to do anything. The computer controls everything. Now fighters aircrafts do not have any pilot. It is frequently known from newspapers that drone aircrafts are fighting and dropping bombs. So drone aircrafts are fighting, and drone aircraft uses for fighting and dropping bombs or targets every day without being controlled by pilots. Okay. And if we make a list of how information and communication technology is being used in our workplace, it may not end at all. We have already talked about running official communication through information and communication technology, but official meetings are now held using this technology too. Officials of different office makes conference sittings in their own workrooms. The concept of e-classroom is instituted in our universities. So innumerable people or huge people of the country will attend the class, and e-class teacher when they teach in their classroom. So the classroom office management cannot be imagined without information technology. Once a lot of use required to move a file from one office to another, but an electronic file can move one place to another in a moment. The most important job of an office to keep accounts. Now they have neither to handle big ledger nor to do anything manually, since information technology provides all the facilities to accomplish everything instant by computer. So in workplace, people have to talk, confer and arrange a seminar, but all this could be done so easily how that sometimes we become surprised at thinking how they were done previously. So dear learners, now we have completed our reading and lesson 4 and lesson 6 ICT at workplace. ICT at workplace, you read these lessons again at your home, okay, and today there is no homework. So hope you understood our today's topic. Stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.